anyone can turn $100 into over $5,000 using arbitrage sports betting. Welcome to Juice Bets. My name is Trevor. Today, talking about arbitrage and looking at how we can use compounding interest to our advantage as plus EV sports bettors and use arbitrage sports betting, the no risk sports betting option, and basically take that $100 and compound it every single day and turn it into over $5,000 after just 100 days. So we're going to jump into a daily compounding interest calculator. We'll look at arbitrage sports betting. We'll use OddsJam and see how this all works. And, maybe we can start a new series on this YouTube channel where I turn $100 into over $5,000. But if anything, I know that you guys can learn something from this video and maybe take these strategies over to your sportsbook accounts and start making more money betting on sports. Before we get into the video, make sure you do like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, helps us out a ton. And if you are interested in tailing all of our Plus EV sports betting slips, which made us over $14,000 in October, definitely check out the VIP Discord. It's linked down below, free for 3 days. So no risk in checking it out. You can leave after the 3 days if you don't like it. Okay, let's get into the video. So before we talk about arbitrage sports betting and how it all works, let's just assume that it does work, right? I'll get into it in a sec. But let's look at what happens if we do, arbitrage sports bet every single day for 100 days and we start off with $100. How much can we make after 100 days, right? So $100 is the principal amount. And let's assume that we're going to be making 4% daily, right? Because a lot of these arbitrage bets, you can find between 2 to 8% profit margin there. So let's meet in the middle and we'll say 4% daily, right? And we're going to do 100 days. So now this is a compounding interest calculator, right? And so we'll calculate it. And that is over $5,000, right? Total interest / earnings is just under, but the whole value is $5,000. So what that means is, after your first day, you make $4, right? Because you made 4% on $100. Then you take that $104, right? And bet with it again the next day. You earn 4% on that. Then you have $108.16. And then you do the exact same thing the next day. You take the $108.16 and you earn 4% on that, and it gets $112. You do that for 100 days, and it really starts to add up and compound on each other. And in the last 2 weeks, you go from $3,000 all the way to $5,000. So it's a big jump at the end. And so definitely compounding it all, it really becomes a snowball. And that's where the compounding interest becomes super, super powerful. So as you can see, if you can earn 4% doing our betting, which is, again, we'll get into it in a sec, it's risk-free, right? Or at least low risk. You're taking both sides of a bet. So you're earning 4% per day. Start with $100, 100 days, and you earn over $5,000 after the 100 days. So pretty impressive and a powerful feature. So let's jump onto OddsJam, look at arbitrage betting, and see what kind of opportunities we can find and how it works. We are on OddsJam on their arbitrage tool here. And OddsJam is by far the best place to do arbitrage sports betting because they have a tool that will, highlight the opportunities for you. They'll tell you what percent you can make. And then also they have a great calculator as well that helps you understand how much you should be putting on each side to maximize your ROI. So let's get into it. Let's talk about exactly what we can do on OddsJam. So first of all, arbitrage sports betting is where you take both sides of a bet, right? So you minimize any risk of losing your bet because you're taking both sides. You take one side on one sports book and another side on a different sports book because their odds are different. One sports book might think that Bain, really should be going under, and one would think that he's really going to be going over. And so that's where we have this kind of difference in odds and where we can find the arbitrage between the two. So as an example, let's look at this one, this Desmond Bain play. It's a 5.7% ARB, so definitely really solid. And what we see here is two things, right? So we can see that on BetAno, we're going to be taking the over because BetAno has the over at plus 130. No other sportsbook is even close to that. Fliff is the closest at plus 115. So BetAno really thinks he's going to be going under the 4.5, whereas BetOnline, right here, really thinks he's favored to go over, right? They're conflicting. There's two different, they set their odds differently and they're conflicting. So what this means is we're taking the over on Bane where we're getting the best value, which is BetAno, and we're taking the under where we're getting the best value, which is BetOnline. Now, clearly, there's a difference of opinion between these two books, and that's where we're going to arbitrage in the middle here. So if we were to put, let's say $100 on Bane here, that would mean that we would have to put 116.70 cents on the under, right? So over, we'd put 100. On the under, we put 116.70. And that means that, basically we're lock in a profit of $13.30 or 5.78%. Now, here's the reason why, right? It's because on both bets, we're getting a payout of $230. $100 at plus 130 is 230, minus 103 at this number is 230. So we're getting a payout of $230 regardless what happens. He goes over or under, it doesn't matter. However, we're getting 230 payout, but we're only staking 216, right? $100 here, 116.70 here. So we're staking 216.70. We're getting paid out 230, and we're taking both sides. So regardless of what happens, we're getting paid out this number. We've staked this number. Here's the profit, right? So that's how it's basically risk-free, right? Obviously, lines can change. You have limits on some sportsbook, things to watch out for. We have some great arbitrage videos that go over all those tips and tricks on this YouTube channel. But this is the gist of it right here. Is we're taking we're taking two lines that are much different on two different sports books. We're taking one over, one under, and we're locking in a risk-free profit. Now, this is why we use OddsJam here, because we're trying to understand how much we need to put on each book. Now, if we only have $100 to wager, right? Well, what we need to do is we want to be able to have our total stake at $100, right? So we need to play around with it a little bit. So let's say we put $40 on BetAno, 46 on BetOnline, not quite there. So let's move this up to, let's say 47. Yeah, it's about there. We could do 46. So if we put $46 on BetAno and $53.68 on BetOnline, we've basically got $100 total staked, and our payout would be a profit of about $6, right? So that would be a great first step in this $100 to $5,000 challenge if we were going to do this on this YouTube channel, which if you guys want that, definitely like the video. Let us know in the comments if you are interested in something like that. But that's how arbitrage betting works. And so you would simply go to both sports books, type in the bets, and place them at the same time, and you're good to go, and you lock in a risk-free profit. So that's how arbitrage sports betting works. And with this, compounding interest calculator, if we can lock in a 4% arb every single day, and we're compounding the amount that we're wagering after 100 days, I mean, that's some pretty crazy profits right there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this risk-free sort of passive income, generation here, which is pretty crazy. A lot of people don't recognize that you can make this much money risk-free sports betting. Definitely crazy. And if you do need more information, feel free to reach out on Twitter, in the YouTube comments. You can jump in the VIP Discord to get a hold of us as quick as possible as well. And arbitrage betting is definitely a super, super profitable tool. And guess what? The VIP Discord has arbitrage betting. We have sharps in there who post their arbitrage bets. I can do this live for you guys. We'll head over to the arbitrage channel. And what we can see is basically, they just simply post arbitrage. We tag the arbitrage bet role. So if you want arbitrage bets, you'll get notified for them. And it just, we tell you the two books that it's on, the percent it's on, and then exactly, how you do it. And also you can get access to OddsJam through here as well. So you can just click this link here and it'll bring you to OddsJam and bring you to the calculator. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you guys next time.